Challenged by a good team, good defense, good front. We did some good things, but I'm sure there's a lot of things we didn't do very well. So, I think this is all just part of the building process, and feels good to win. But there's certainly a lot of things we got to do better.
Tom, how did you feel with a lot of the new faces on offense as opposed to last year?
Yeah, it's you're just who's ever out there, whether the last 3 weeks, you're just trying to get on the same page. We're not doing a ton of game planning for these games, and it's just some trust, and the preparation is mostly about us. But who's ever out there, we got to go with, and I'm sure it'll be that way at different points in the season. New guys will come in, and got to try to get them ready. And obviously, all the reps we put in with, Julian, Hogs, Gronk, guys who have been here in the past are very helpful. But everyone's just trying to get up to speed, and we're trying to all do the right thing.
Tom, we haven't seen you working a lot with Cordero Patterson so far in practice. What did you see from him today that you think will help you guys in the regular season?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job tonight, and he's so dangerous when he gets the ball in his hands. And obviously, over the course of his entire career, that's the way it's been. And he had a good touchdown there. He almost had the one at the sideline that I threw it to him, but he's done a great job.
Tom, you've been around a lot of really good skill players in your career, but James White seems to be taking it to a new level because of his ability to both run and catch passes.
Yep.
How impressed were you with the way he played tonight, and do you kind of feel he's grown into one of the best or better offensive skill players in the league?
Yeah, I don't think you could ask any more of a teammate than what James provides us, and the trust that everyone has in him. I feel like he never makes a mistake, and it's pretty amazing to have that. And, we've had some great sub-backs, and James is right in the mold of all those other guys, Kevin Falk and Shane and Danny Woodhead, and James has his own way of doing it, but what incredible play he made on the screenplay amongst many other great plays, and, I love playing with him.
Tom, you've been asked a couple times about working with new guys. I think your throw to Patterson was really the only throw to somebody who was new to the offense tonight. Yep. How do you balance working those guys in and getting them reps that might be helpful for them versus just getting the offense as a whole running the way you want it to?
Yeah, I think it's, the coaches are pretty good at that, and they kind of decide a lot of those things. And, there's a lot of rotations in practice, and we're all watching a film together. We're in the meetings together. We're in the walkthroughs and so forth. So this is one element to getting to know people in preparation and so forth. And there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm in there a lot with a lot of other guys. May not be as much on the field, but those things, we still got plenty of time left in camp to, as things take shape, to figure out who's going to be out there and who's going to try to help us win.
Tom, as long as you were out there, Trent Brown was out there.
Yeah.
And what's it like to have? It's different, obviously, after you sold her for all those years.
Yeah.
What kind of protection does he provide you, and are you getting comfortable with him out there?
Yeah, I think we've had such great players at that position between Matt, Light, and then Nate for an extended period of time. And you wish you could keep all the guys together, but it's just not the case. And Trent has come in and really gained everyone's trust by how he's approached that particular spot that he's in. And he did a great job tonight. So he's working hard to get better. Obviously, that whole unit up front, we rely so much on them to set the tone in the run game and the pass game. And, we're going to need them to all be at their best. And I love that group and the effort they're putting in. We just got to all try to keep getting better.
Tom, you've always prided yourself on moving around in the pocket. Looked like tonight you were right at home, moving around, especially on the drive, first offensive drive of the game and then the drive before halftime.
Yep.
Talk about how important that is, and does that come to you instinctively?
Yeah, I know it's the first time kind of had to do that in 6 months or 7 months. So it's, I feel like my timing, can be better in certain areas. And but it's good. You have to get out there and play. And I've been doing it for a long time, so a lot of it is kind of second nature at this point. But it's still, you got to see yourself do it and, kind of get the instincts back and the feel of the game and the speed of the game and so forth. But, anytime I can, buy a little time here and there, it's been good for us. And, I'm glad we made a couple of plays tonight doing it. Last one.
Were you aware that there was a section of the country that was very interested as to whether or not you would be shaking hands with Nick Foles at some point tonight? And is that why you might have popped out onto the field a little bit earlier than we normally see you?
I did hear that. I know that was kind of made up to me because that was never my intention, that I wouldn't, be a bad sport. But I have a lot of respect for Nick and Carson, all those quarterbacks and that team and the way they played, and they're a great team. And I know how hard it is to win that last game. And, they did it, and congrats to them. But we're on to 2018, and, we've got our goals ahead of us. We're going to try to go out and put together a great year. So thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Bill Belichick on the other side. He got 4 quarter.
Actually, Ian is going to switch. Both going to be here on the end of the day. Yep. Good. That's the way it's supposed to be. Last week was tough. It's just a tough. Yeah, it's like where. Yeah. No. Because they're going to be talking to you and Christian. Okay. That's a good one. Excellent. Are we doing anything coming out of this? Like, that's that? So, I can't. How about these for Pat stats? How about TB12? 19 for 26 as I mentioned. 172 yards, 2 touchdowns.
no INTs. Tom Brady looked sharp in the first half of this football game. So join me out back with Scott Zolak. And Scott, I do want to bring up, who's going to join me? Hang on, Bert. I do want to bring up this helmet rule because it's hard for people to understand the helmet rule. And the Philadelphia Eagles got called for it 3 times. Patriots got called for it once. You okay with that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're up.
Well, that's up.
No problem. I go over the helmet
For
rule.
our first rodeo there. Helmet rule, I got 2 words for it, hot garbage. I take a look at it here. Here's a guy outside, lowers it down, hot garbage. Hot garbage. I mean, that's different. I mean, the first thing that touches are 2 shoulders right there, so it's really not the helmet rule there, which is the call. Here's what I want to know. I understand it's a preseason game, and Brad Allen, the head referee last week, said, here's what we're going to do. We think we see it, we're going to throw it. Because we as referees need to now go back into the preseason and get a bunch of these on tape and say, this is the way it's called, this is the way it should be called. I want to know who's going to have the cojones on the road in Pittsburgh. Say it's a 20 to 16 type game, Patriots are driving. And field goal does you no good. We need to go in. All of a sudden, we got a top sweep with James White. He's going into the goal line. He lowers his helmet. We got a touchdown. We say no. All of a sudden, that's going to be the tough part for these referees to call.
Reminder, raise your hand and ask questions. We'll pass the mic to you.
I thought our guys came out and played really competitively tonight. We got off to a good start. We were able to play from ahead, and made some plays in all 3 phases of the game. We still have a lot of work to do. We had a long way to go, but like the energy we played with, and we had some good productive plays. So we'll try to build on that this week, and keep trying to string some days together. We'll go on the road this week against Carolina, so that'll be a good challenge, good opportunity for us. But just another step in our preparations for the season and opening day. So hopefully we can just keep making progress. And thought we had a good week this week. It's good to see it finish off with a good competitive performance tonight against a good football team.
Your defense had 8 sacks tonight. What did you see overall from their performance in the game?
Yeah, again, I thought we did some good things. There's certainly some things we need to work on. It was far from perfect, but take a look at the film, build on the positives, and correct the things that need to be corrected.
Coach, it seems like Eric Rowe is shaping up to be a big part of the defense this year. What have you seen out of him so far since camp began?
I'm sorry?
What have you seen out of Eric since camp began?
Yeah, Eric's had a good camp. Again, we all have things that we need to work on. We all have a long way to go. I think we had a lot of guys out there making plays, making good plays, but there's still a lot of things we have to improve on. I think that's really, it goes for everybody, including the coaching staff. So we just keep grinding away.
Bill, how far has Cordero Patterson come in since he got here?
Well, it's just a new system for him. He's done a good job. He's been out there every day, works hard. He's a talented kid that's made a lot of plays on the practice field, made some plays in the game. So, again, just keep going and build on the positives. And there's some things that need to be refined, but he works hard on those. Hopefully, those will come together.
Was there something you'd seen in him before he got here that made you think he might offer more as a receiver than maybe he had the opportunity to in the past?
He's been productive as a receiver. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we thought he could help us. We traded for him, so we'll see how it goes.
Bill, how has Juwan Bentley shown his ability to accept more responsibility? It seemed like he was doing a lot of things from a lot of different positions out on the defense tonight.
He pretty much plays one spot, so whatever the defense calls for, that's what he does. He's been a 4-year starter at Purdue. I mean, he's had a lot of responsibility since he from DeMatha High School to Purdue to here. I mean, he's always been the middle linebacker, the signal caller, the guy right in the middle of the defense. And he does a good job of handling the communication and some of the adjustments that have to be made from the center of the field, that's his position. That's part of it. So he's been able to do that pretty well since he's come here. He's still got a lot to learn. He's got a long way to go, but he's handled those things well.
Bill, Keon Crossen got the start today and played pretty late into the game, but also saw some significant speed bumps with his penalties. With a player that young receiving so much playing time so early on, what's the kind of approach when trying to work to build him up? Is it focusing on kind of the bigger breaks he had or some of the upsides that he had?
Yeah, Keon did play quite a bit. We had a couple of corners that didn't play tonight, so the guys that we had played a lot. Those guys got a lot of playing time. Yeah, again, we'll build on the things with all players. We'll build on the things they did well, and we'll try to correct the mistakes and adjustments that they need to make, and hopefully we can work on those this week and improve on them next week. So he falls into that category. So, I mean, really, so does everybody else.
Any additional questions?
Great. Okay. Thank you.